All right, so I got Riley Teevens on today. Riley, you came in this year. It was your first year, um, essentially kind of pitching in any sort of full capacity. First year, you didn't pitch because of an injury, and then the second year was completely canceled. So you've had your first two starts. So I kind of want to hear a little bit about like what got you to this point.
Yeah, no, it's good to be here. Freshman year, I had an injury. It was an infection in my spine. It started off kind of just like a little tightness, in my back, like lingered on for a little bit. Around a month, I ended up getting an MRI and there was a little, swelling around my spine. So had to be on a little heavy dose of antibiotics for a little bit. So I was out of commission. That happened in the winter going into the winter of my freshman year. And then wasn't able to play that summer, ended up getting an internship, it was actually with the Red Sox. It was cool. Got a little bit of background in that. It was player development and analytics. So that was cool. Saw that side of baseball. And then came back sophomore year. I was feeling good, feeling stronger, put some muscle back on. And then obviously COVID happened. I pitched one inning down at Trinity, Texas, to get the first college appearance out of the way, and then got back and season was banked. So that's kind of brought me to here. So technically, I got a couple years of eligibility back. So I'm working. Me and the freshmen are basically on the same page here. So
Yeah.
That first start, I had to get a little bit of nerves out, but no, it was good. It was good. But yeah, I'm here now. I'm a junior, packed on a couple of pounds and threw on a little bit of velo. So
you're ready to go. I mean, you're getting the ball after Jordy right now. So definitely someone who's kind of going to be counted on to get big outs and in big situations. So it's good to see that you're healthy and ready to go. And I'm kind of I want to give you a kind of second to tell me about a little bit what you did with the Red Sox. What was your favorite part about that?
Yeah, so that was actually, that was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. It was awesome. I grew up with the son of Dave Dombrowski, my buddy Landon Dombrowski, who is down at Wake Forest. And he played his freshman year, and now he does actually like the analytics side for them, which is cool to see. But I was able to get in front of some people for that and ended up getting the internship. And so the first half of the summer, it was more like player development side. So that was just kind of like video analysis, and I would sit there during games and take clips of pitch to pitch and send it to put spreadsheets together for scouts, and really just kind of like the little nitty gritty work that scouts needed, like send stuff, make profiles for Cape League guys and little things like that. And then the second half, it was cool. A lot of more spreadsheet work and like numbers, where it was doing stuff for arbitration and calculating like how much guys should get paid. And all that type of stuff. But it was cool getting that experience. I met some cool guys. I worked about 5 feet away from Tony La Russa every day, so that was pretty cool.
That is cool. Anytime you can kind of get experience with that's valuable like that, you'll take it.
Yeah,
you'll take it.
But no, it was cool seeing that side of baseball.
Yeah, that's fun. So this is gonna be, we're starting in the third inning, and so we're gonna watch the third and the second and then the first, and this is the only inning that you gave up runs in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of see how that unfolded, and just kind of see kind of where it went wrong, and see if we can get to that root cause.
Exactly. Hopefully not let that happen next time.
So what are you working with? Fastball, and then you got your off speed.
Yeah, I'm a fastball. It's not exactly like curveball, not exactly slider. It's like a slurvy, because I kind of throw from 3/4 arm slot, so it kind of just sweeps across. Yeah, and then I have a changeup too. So
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that pitch mix.
Yeah, and I got the two seam, so I'm never really a four seam guy. So usually that two seam and the changeup play pretty well off each other if both of those are going.
So you have kind of like a breaking ball that it doesn't really classify as anything. And I know that I've heard a bunch of professional pitchers kind of never really try to classify it. They just call it a breaking ball because their explanation of it is if it's just a breaking ball, if today it feels a little bit like more of something, like you can adjust it. It can be like fluid and flexible, and you don't have to necessarily like stick to one grip or one style. You can just like kind of play with it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's honestly what it is. Like some days it's day to day. Some days you get the sharp breaker. Some days it's just a little like more like a slider. So.
Yeah. So you are no, I think one second. I'm gonna just take this back.
Yeah, no.
So I want to see kind of how you attack the hitter, and then see, like, I'm gonna ask you if that's typically kind of like what your style is. I think.
This is fastball high.
So that's fastball upstairs. And is that a pitch you like to go to early in counts? Like, how do you like to attack this?
Honestly, in that situation, if I went fastball high first pitch, then I probably tried to do a little too much and left it a little up and in. Because, I mean, one biggest thing for our pitchers is just establish first pitch strike. So if I went up and in on him, then I probably fell off a little bit left and left that up and in. But usually we like to go that the inner half is where we like to go first pitch, because you won't see a lot of guys if you can establish that pitch when you get in on them. You won't see a lot of guys swing at that, especially first pitch. So
remind me, are you a guy that has a lot of horizontal movement on your fastball?
I mean, yeah, I get a decent amount of run, but nothing
where it's like you would classify it as like a two seam.
No, I mean it's like a two seam sinker type of run.
Because so I know that like Jordy, he just throws a four seam cross, fastball. He just throws gas. But I remember your fastball moves a little bit differently.
No, yeah, it definitely does. Comes in on a righty, away from a lefty, and I mean when that's going, it's like a sinker type of thing. So it's coming across the zone late. Yeah. So you can't really see it from this camera angle.
Yeah.
But like if it's right behind, you'll see the two seam movement on it.
Yeah, it's been tough watching all the games from bad camera angles. Just like either watching in person or just like watching a professional game, like the camera.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Just watching this, it's kind of not much you can do. So you said you like to go kind of fastball, challenge a guy either up or in, kind of just either push him off the plate or just get his eyes to the top of the zone, so you can go with that breaking ball kind of in the middle. And do you like to? Is that your put away pitch too?
Yeah. Curveball is my best pitch, or breaking pitch is my best pitch when it's on.
Okay, so that guy, was that a barrel, or did he just got enough of it where it kind of got over?
Yeah, it wasn't exactly like a barrel. It just kind of hung up there like a little longer than
breaking ball.
No. That was fastball in, I believe.
Oh, that was just a straight fastball, or one of your fastballs, but because
I believe it was fastball, a little too much of the plate. So that was fastball in.
Yeah, that's just you trying to challenge him. You just gotta
and left a little too much of the plate. So I mean, I gotta tip my cap to that.
Do you remember the count in that situation? You had 2 strikes, right?
Yeah, I think it was 3-2.
3-2.
It was 2-2. It was 2-2 or 3-2 because first one was upstairs. The pitch before that was in. I think it was 2-2 actually.
Okay, so if that's just like all right. Let's see what. Yeah, so now you got to run around second. Do you pitch from the stretch, or you pitch from the windup too?
I pitch from the windup, nobody on, and then rest is stretch. Sometimes if there's a guy on third and I mean, probably not going to steal home most likely.
So you
I'll
like to
go
pitch out of the windup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that's where I feel most comfortable. That's where I feel I have the most power. And that's I just kind of more comfortable, but
I think the
I'm
only
definitely not uncomfortable pitching out of the windup.
I think the
out of
only
the
two
stretch.
dudes I've talked to who are pitchers for the Babson team are both exclusively out of the stretch. So I kind of just had to make sure it wasn't just a Babson thing.
No, yeah, definitely not.
Jordy's out of the stretch and Willie G's out of the stretch.
Yeah. I know. And usually you see starters like have that full windup, but no, Jordy obviously is more comfortable and going out of the stretch and clearly effective. So whatever works for you, I mean, keep rolling with it.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, with the guy on second, when you get a guy in scoring position, does that ever change or influence the way you kind of where or what pitches you throw, or does that not matter? Do you feel comfortable kind of attacking the same way, regardless of if guys are on the base?
I mean, I feel I attack the hitter definitely the same way, but I feel like if you're, I mean, you gotta pound the strike zone with guys on. If it's just a momentum changer, I feel like if you let up a couple balls, and then you get down in the count, it's just like the momentum changes. And then I feel like that's when things start to go out of hand, like things start to unravel. And like this a couple times in the game, with both times with runners on, it's just, you could see I get deeper in counts and kind of start to throw more balls and the momentum changes. But once you start filling up strikes, that's kind of where you want to be. And with guys on, it's kind of emphasizing on that. But I don't think it changes the way I approach the hitter, but I definitely have to work quicker and make sure that those guys aren't getting these big leads, these walking leads. So definitely tried to put an emphasis on that. It's definitely helped too. Like all the pitchers, when we get in practice, the runners are running all over the pitchers. So
yeah, that's helpful.
on. Yeah.
Especially because you guys like to put pressure on pitchers. Like that's something you consistently do in game. So like that's something you get to kind of get a little bit of exposure with before you even get in that situation.
Yeah, we've done a good job putting pressures on this year.
Yeah, so that right there, that's not a bad pitch.
See, I was just gonna say, out of any pitch this whole game or any at bat of this whole game, this made me the most mad because I hit my spot. This was low and away, probably 5 inches into the other batter's box. And this kid just, you can see, stuck his barrel out there, but it was a good piece. So
yeah, no, that's gonna happen. And I think something that I would ask you about, which is what I asked Jordy after he gave up his first and only run of the year, which is like, what do you kind of do where you hit your spot and you don't get rewarded for it, and they just tie up the game, to kind of like take a deep breath on the mound and just kind of like get collected and make sure that you get the next batter?
Yeah, I mean, I think what was going through my head at this point, I remember I was a little pissed because obviously because of the run, but in my head, I hit my spot. And if you keep hitting your spots, they're going to ground out, they're going to fly out, they're going to strike out. So it's kind of just, you kind of just have to keep doing what you're doing. And if you keep hitting those spots, like it's going to end up pretty good for you, most likely. Unless everybody's doing that, but chances are they're not. So no, I kind of just hit the reset. I was like, all right, keep moving. Obviously have this guy on, want to keep him there. So just kind of flush it and go to the next batter.
So no, this is the same. I wanted to see this pitch again.
Yeah. No, if you look at it closely, it was at 5 inches into the other batter's box. And it was a good piece too.
Yeah, no, he reached for it, but he got his
Yeah.
barrel to it.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. You just got to get your barrel to the baseball. And because he was reaching, but like you said, got his barrel there. Okay, so, and then we'll take a look at one of these clean innings because I like to kind of see how you attack guys. Is it you just start fastball often, or do you like to switch it up? Do you ever try to throw that breaker for
Yeah.
a strike early?
So, I mean, I don't get to at this point, since I'm pretty fresh into the rotation. I haven't really been able to call my pitches, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, obviously, my coach is more experienced at a college level than I am. But a huge thing for just our program in general is filling up the strike zone with fastballs.
Yeah.
And then kind of using that breaking pitch as your out pitch, put away pitch. But yeah, it's kind of just start early in the count, just establishing your fastball, and then maybe like second, third time, if you get there around the order, that's when you start to mix in more breaking balls, more change ups, and just kind of keep them off because they'll get to your fastball.
Yeah, so going into Saturday, you must be feeling really good about where you're at. I mean, as far as getting outs, you've got 10 innings this year, 1 earned run. So you're feeling good. Like, do you have a mindset going into Saturday? Is there anything you'd like to do preparation wise to get ready for this weekend, or do you just have a good outing and you're just ready to go?
I mean, I've definitely gained a little bit more confidence going into this weekend. Like after getting the first one under the belt and seeing I had some success there. Definitely gained some confidence. So going onto the mound, it's a little less stressful, and I try and keep it. I try and stay like as calm as I can before start. I feel like whenever I get like too fired up or too excited, that's when I try and do too much on the mound. So I kind of just have to stay calm and fill up the strike zone. And I mean, really, it's just my whole mindset going into every start and every time I step on the mound is just fill it up. And the chances are, the odds are in your favor that they're going to make an out. So if you're throwing strikes, then you're probably going to end up pretty good. So
right, and we just saw, it's not going to be often where these guys string together big innings off of you. So if it's just with walks, it's going to help them score a lot more runs because those are not only free bases, but it's much easier for them to score because they don't have to string together as many hits.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes one. So
yeah,
no, I appreciate you coming on and talking with me. I hope you kind of enjoy watching yourself play a little bit, and I wish you luck this Saturday. You'll see me there, and then we can be in touch, brother.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me. This was awesome.
Talk to you soon, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
All right, so that's 2 good ones today. Got 1 pitcher, 1 hitter. That was cool talking with kind of Riley about his recovery, his road, and then talking with Patty about our high school games. So thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you guys enjoyed.